Have you ever felt off? Like you're drinking your water, taking your medications, trying your best to eat right. And yet, your body still feels like it's holding on to something. A little too much swelling in your feet. That uncomfortable bloated feeling in your belly. Or that strange, heavy tiredness that just won't go away, no matter how much you rest. Have you ever sat with that feeling and quietly wondered, is something going on with my kidneys? You wouldn't be alone in that thought. I talk to patients every week who tell me, "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore. Could it be my kidneys? And if so, is there anything I can do without adding another pill to my tray?" Here's what I want to say to you, right from the start. Yes, there is something you can do. And it starts in your kitchen, not your medicine cabinet. You see, your kidneys are your body's natural filtration system. Every single day, they quietly work around the clock, filtering nearly 50 gallons of blood, removing toxins, waste, balancing minerals, and regulating blood pressure. They're silent heroes. Until they're not. As we age, especially past 60, those tiny filters called nephrons, they begin to decline in both number and function. That's not your fault. That's biology. But it does mean we need to be more intentional about protecting the ones we've got left. Now here's the part most people don't realize. The foods you eat can either help your kidneys or burden them. And when it comes to natural support, certain fruits, rich in antioxidants, hydration, and plant compounds, can actually help your kidneys flush out toxins faster than some medications. I'm not asking you to toss your prescriptions. I'm saying, let's give your kidneys some backup. According to research from the National Kidney Foundation and studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, certain fruits can actually activate detox pathways, reduce inflammation inside the kidneys, and gently increase urine output in a way that's safe and sustainable. No side effects. No long list of warnings. Just food, doing what food is meant to do. And here's why this really matters, especially if you're in your 60s, 70s, or older. Because kidney problems often don't make noise until it's serious. By the time the swelling shows up, or your blood pressure spikes, or your labs finally reveal it, your kidneys may have already been struggling for years in silence. And to make matters worse, many seniors are on multiple medications. Pain meds, blood pressure pills, diabetes treatments. Each one adds just a bit more pressure on your kidneys to filter and process what's coming through. So what do? Do you accept that slow decline as just aging? Or do you take small, doable steps to help your body flush out what it doesn't need, before it becomes a bigger problem? That's what today's video is all about. And I'm not just giving you random fruit names from a list online. I'm walking you through the science, why each fruit works, how it affects your kidneys, and how you can safely add it to your routine, even if you're managing diabetes, high blood pressure, or other common senior conditions. We'll also bust a few common myths, like whether fruit sugar is dangerous for your kidneys, or if natural means safe for everyone. You might be surprised by what's actually helpful and what isn't. So stick with me to the very end. In today's video, you'll learn 3 powerful fruits that flush your kidneys naturally. The science-backed reasons why they work so well. Practical, senior-friendly ways to enjoy them in your diet. And the common mistakes that could be silently stressing your kidneys without you even knowing. And hey, if you're someone who's managing high blood pressure, diabetes, or chronic fatigue, or if you have a loved one who's dealing with early kidney decline, this information could truly change their life. So go ahead, click that thumbs up if you're excited to learn. Subscribe to Senior Healing for more physician-backed guidance on healthy aging. And share this with someone you care about, because knowledge like this should never be kept to yourself. Your kidneys may be quiet, but today, we're going to give them a voice. Let's start with one of the most powerful, yet underestimated allies for your kidneys. The blueberry. Tiny. Quiet. Modest in appearance. But inside that little blue shell, a pharmacy of healing potential. I'll never forget one of my patients, an 82-year-old gentleman. He came to me with mild kidney decline. His blood pressure had been creeping up, and his energy levels were down. He wasn't in crisis, but he was heading in a direction we both wanted to slow down. So we looked at his diet. Not just his medications, but his daily habits. And one thing we did. We added just half a cup of blueberries to his morning routine every day. Nothing drastic. Just that small change. 3 months later, his follow-up labs came in. Creatinine stabilized. GFR slightly improved. And maybe most important, he said he felt sharper. Lighter. More like himself. This wasn't magic. This was the power of food-based medicine, something I've seen work over and over, especially in older adults. Because here's the science behind what happened. Blueberries are rich in something called anthocyanins. They're the dark purple-blue pigments that give blueberries their color, and they act like tiny soldiers inside your body, fighting inflammation and oxidative stress. In your kidneys, that matters a lot. You see, your kidneys are made up of tiny filtering units called nephrons. They remove waste from your blood. But as you age, they start to scar and stiffen. Inflammation builds. The filters clog. And that leads to poor clearance of toxins and rising blood pressure. Now here's where blueberries come in. Studies have shown, particularly one from Clinical Nutrition, that regular blueberry consumption can reduce the rate of decline in glomerular filtration rate, or GFR. That's the key number your doctor looks at when evaluating your kidney function. Why? Because anthocyanins in blueberries help neutralize free radicals, those unstable molecules that damage cells and tissue, especially in the kidneys. Think of it this way. Your kidneys are like a sponge. Over time, toxins build up and the sponge gets stiff. Blueberries act like a gentle rinse, softening, healing, and protecting that sponge from further damage. Now, let's clear up one common concern I hear all the time. But doc, aren't fruits bad for kidneys because of the sugar? Great question. And the answer? Not in the way you might think. Yes, blueberries contain natural sugars, but they also come with fiber, water, and polyphenol that actually help regulate blood sugar, not spike it. Processed sugar, the kind found in sodas, pastries, and packaged snacks, is the real threat. But natural fruit sugar, especially in moderate amounts, does not harm healthy kidneys. In fact, studies suggest that whole fruits like blueberries may reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes, which is one of the leading causes of kidney damage in seniors. So how do you make this work for you? Start simple. Add half a cup of blueberries, fresh or frozen, to your breakfast. Stir them into oatmeal. Blend them into a smoothie. Even just a bowl on their own. If you can, choose organic, because kidneys are also vulnerable to pesticide buildup, and organic blueberries have lower exposure. And the best part? Blueberries aren't just working on your kidneys. They support your brain, your heart, your blood vessels, and even your eyes. It's one of the few fruits I recommend consistently for nearly every senior I work with. And remember, when it comes to kidney health, prevention is better than reaction. Even if your labs are borderline, now is the time to act. Small, consistent changes like this can slow or even reverse the trend of kidney decline, without any side effects. But I know what you're thinking. If blueberries protect your kidneys so well, what fruit actually helps flush out the toxins? Which one acts more like a natural diuretic, gently helping the body release excess fluid, sodium, and waste? That's where our next fruit really shines. It's sweet. It's refreshing. And in my experience, it's one of the best-kept secrets for safe, natural kidney flushing. Now, let's talk about flushing. Not just protecting your kidneys, but gently flushing out the extra salt, the toxins, the built-up waste that accumulates in your system, especially as you age. And when it comes to natural flushing, watermelon is one of the most powerful and overlooked fruits out there. Let me tell you a quick story, because this one really stuck with me. A woman in her late 70s came to see me last year. Every summer, like clockwork, she'd complain about swollen legs, puffy ankles, and this heavy, sluggish feeling in her body. She was hesitant to take more diuretics, what many people call water pills, because they made her dizzy and dehydrated. So I asked her a simple question. "Do you like watermelon?" She laughed. "Doctor, I love it. I just didn't think it counted for anything." So we gave it a shot. One small bowl of fresh watermelon every day. That was it. A few weeks later, she came back and told me, "I don't know what you did, but this stuff is my natural water pill now." What she didn't realize, but what science has shown, is that watermelon isn't just fruit. It's one of nature's most effective and gentle detoxifiers. First, watermelon is made up of over 92% water. That's more hydrating than most sports drinks. And for your kidneys, that water acts like a flushing agent, increasing urine flow, removing excess salt, and gently clearing out the bloodstream. This process is called diuresis, and it's a critical part of how your kidneys remove waste. And the more natural hydration you provide, the easier it becomes for your kidneys to do their job without stress. But watermelon doesn't stop at just water. It also contains a plant compound called citrulline, a natural amino acid that helps relax your blood vessels. When blood vessels relax, your kidneys receive better blood flow, which reduces their workload and supports smoother filtration. Better circulation. Less fluid retention. More efficient kidney function. On top of that, watermelon has a modest amount of natural potassium. Not too high, not too low. And for most elderly individuals with normal or mildly reduced kidney function, this level of potassium can actually help maintain a proper electrolyte balance, supporting heart rhythm, nerve function, and, you guessed it, fluid control. Now let me pause here and clear up a common myth. Because I hear this one all the time. Isn't watermelon just sugar water? And the truth is, not even close. Unlike soda or processed juices, watermelon's natural sugar comes wrapped in fiber, water, and phytochemicals. It doesn't spike your blood sugar the same way. And when eaten in moderate amounts, it's a smart and safe choice for hydration, even in diabetic patients with stable blood sugar. In fact, the glycemic load of watermelon, how much it actually raises your blood sugar when eaten in typical portions, is lower than most people think. So unless you're dealing with advanced kidney disease where potassium must be tightly controlled, watermelon can absolutely be part of your kidney health routine. So, how should you add it? Keep it simple. Enjoy a small bowl of fresh watermelon once per day, preferably midday or early afternoon. That gives your body time to process the extra fluids without waking you up to urinate at night. Avoid store-bought watermelon juice. It's often stripped of the fiber and has added sugars. And whenever possible, choose seedless, fresh slices over pre-cut containers, which may lose some nutritional value over time. Also, a little bonus tip. If you're battling mild constipation, watermelon's hydration and fiber combo can help with that too. Because remember, when your kidneys are functioning well, the whole body benefits. So now we've covered protection with blueberries, and flushing with watermelon. But that leads us to the next question. What about detox? Not just helping your body let go of excess water, but actually cleansing the kidney filters themselves? There's a fruit for that, too. One that's vibrant, slightly tart, and packs a punch in detoxifying power. Especially when it comes to cleansing the microscopic filters in your kidneys. Let's take a look at that next. You won't want to miss it. Now, let's talk about a fruit that's already sitting in many of your kitchens right now. You might even be using it without realizing just how powerful it is for your kidneys. I'm talking about the lemon. Yes, that bright yellow fruit that many seniors casually squeeze into their water every morning. But let me tell you something important here. Lemon isn't just for flavor. It's medicine, gentle, natural, and surprisingly effective. In fact, it might be one of the easiest daily habits to protect your kidneys without needing any special supplements or medications. I remember one patient clearly, a woman in her 70s who had dealt with a painful episode of kidney stones a few years prior. She was terrified it would happen again. The discomfort, the ER visit, the disruption to her life, it all left her anxious. We discussed her diet. She wasn't doing anything harmful, but she wasn't protecting her kidneys either. So I recommended a simple change. Start each morning with warm lemon water. No sugar. No fizz. Just warm water with half a fresh lemon squeezed in. She didn't think much of it at first. It's just lemon, doc. But a year later, she came back for her checkup. No more stone episodes. Her labs looked stable. She said, "That little habit became part of my day, and I really believe it's helping." And she was absolutely right. Let's talk about why lemon works, because the science is fascinating. Lemons are rich in citric acid, and this compound plays a huge role in kidney stone prevention. When citric acid enters your system, it binds to excess calcium in your urine, one of the key ingredients in stone formation. By binding to that calcium, citric acid prevents it from clumping into crystals, so those painful little stones can't form in the first place. And for older adults, especially those with mild dehydration or metabolic changes, this can be a real game changer. But the benefits don't stop there. Lemons also help promote an alkaline urine pH. Now, that might sound counterintuitive because lemons are acidic in taste. But here's the amazing thing. Once metabolized by your body, lemon has an alkalizing effect. This shift in pH makes the urinary environment less friendly to stone formation and helps dissolve tiny crystals before they become bigger problems. It's also worth noting that lemon acts as a mild diuretic. Not in the way a pill might force your body to excrete water, but gently, by encouraging healthy urine flow throughout the day. That flow is essential. It helps your kidneys filter efficiently, keeps toxins moving, and reduces stagnation. Now, let's address a common myth. Some people worry that eating acidic fruits, like lemons, might stress the kidneys. But here's the truth. When digested, lemons don't increase acid in the body. In fact, they can help reduce metabolic acidosis, which is a problem that some elderly individuals face due to chronic illness or poor diet. So, how can you bring lemons into your daily routine? Start first thing in the morning. Take half a fresh lemon and squeeze it into a mug of warm water. Not boiling, not cold, just warm enough to soothe your stomach and wake up your digestion. Sip it slowly. Don't add sugar. If you need a little sweetness, use a drop of raw honey, but honestly, plain is best. Avoid bottled lemon juice. Many of those products contain preservatives and low-quality concentrate that don't offer the same benefits. Fresh lemon is always better, because the enzymes, citric acid, and vitamin C are intact. This simple ritual doesn't just benefit your kidneys. It also supports liver function, aids digestion, and can even help with skin clarity and immune strength, things that become more important as we age. And if you've made it this far, let me pause for just a moment. If you're learning something new, or if this information has helped you better understand your body, please take a second to subscribe to Senior Healing. This channel is here to empower older adults with real, science-based tools for better aging. No hype. No fear. Just trusted physician-led insights to help you stay healthy, sharp, and independent. And now, let's bring it all together. We've talked about blueberries for protection, watermelon for flushing, and now lemon for gentle cleansing and detoxification. But before we wrap up, I want to take a moment to address the emotional side of all this. Because behind the science and the advice is something much deeper. A truth that every senior and every caregiver deserves to hear. Let's take a step back for a moment. We've talked a lot about fruit, kidneys, and science today. But I want to acknowledge something just as important. Your feelings. Because if you're like many of the seniors I work with, I know this journey isn't easy. Maybe you've been on multiple medications for years. Blood pressure pills, water pills, diabetes meds. And yet, you still don't feel right. You might feel bloated, tired, foggy. Or maybe there's this subtle swelling in your legs that just won't go away. Your energy isn't what it used to be. And despite everything you're doing, it can feel like your body just isn't cooperating anymore. Let me tell you something very real. That frustration is valid. You are not imagining it. Many of my patients tell me the same thing. They feel like they're doing everything right. And still, their labs don't improve. Their symptoms linger. Their hope starts to fade. But here's what I always remind them. Your body is not broken. It's simply asking for something different. Something deeper. Something found in nature, not just in a prescription bottle. Because at this stage of life, when your body has been through so much already, food is no longer just fuel. It's medicine. A blueberry isn't just a snack. It's an anti-inflammatory tool for your nephrons. A slice of watermelon isn't just summer refreshment. It's a natural diuretic that helps your kidneys do what they're designed to do. A glass of lemon water in the morning? It's a daily ritual that protects you from painful kidney stones and supports proper filtration. And what's beautiful about these tools is that they're accessible. They're simple. They're gentle. And they come without the side effects. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, start small. Pick just one fruit we talked about today. The one that feels easiest for you to add to your day. Maybe that's a handful of blueberries with breakfast. Or a bowl of fresh watermelon at lunch. Or warm lemon water before your morning medications. And if you really want to get serious, consider keeping a little hydration notebook. Nothing fancy, just jot down how much water you drink, what fruits you had, and how your body feels each day. Track your urine color. Light yellow is what you want. Notice your energy, your swelling, even your mood. And as always, please speak to your physician. Especially if you're on diuretics or have advanced kidney disease. This isn't about replacing your treatment. It's about supporting it, naturally, gently, and consistently. Because here's the truth I want you to hold on to. You are not powerless. Even if your labs haven't been perfect. Even if you're managing multiple conditions. Even if you feel tired or discouraged right now. Your kidneys are strong. And your body is capable of healing, especially when it's given the right environment to do so. Healing doesn't always come from a hospital. Sometimes it starts in your kitchen. Sometimes in your garden. Sometimes in a single bowl of fruit. You have the tools. And more importantly, you have the power. Now, let's quickly recap what we covered today. We explored 3 powerful fruits that science has shown to support kidney health in natural, profound ways. 1. Blueberries, the antioxidant powerhouse. They protect your kidneys from inflammation and slow the decline in filtration rates. 2. Watermelon, the natural flusher. Packed with hydration and citrulline, it helps reduce swelling and promote healthy urination. 3. Lemon, the gentle cleanser. Helps prevent stones, alkalize your system, and supports smooth kidney detoxification. All simple. All delicious. All within your reach. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried adding any of these fruits into your routine? Did you notice any difference? Energy, swelling, digestion, even mood? Or maybe you've been avoiding fruit because you've heard mixed things. Let's talk about it in the comments. Your experience might help someone else. And when you comment, it helps us know what to explore in future videos too. And if this video brought you even one new insight, please take a moment to subscribe to Senior Healing. This is a space where real science meets real-life elder care, where we talk about what actually helps, not what just sounds good. Every week, I bring you evidence-based tips, practical strategies, and stories from real patients. Because you deserve to age with knowledge, confidence, and dignity. So hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to share this video with a loved one who could benefit. A friend, a spouse, a parent, a neighbor. You never know whose life you might change with a small act of kindness. Remember this. Your kidneys work silently every single day. They never stop. And now, you have the chance to support them in return. You've taken the first step by watching this video. And for that, I'm proud of you. Stay well, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Senior Healing, where science meets compassion.